Hello everyone, and welcome back to Technically Unsure, where I'm not really sure what I'm doing technically.
Technically speaking.
Today I will try to make this video short. I want to put an N100 based mini computer in your radar. I believe I found a great deal. This product is actually not on AliExpress, but it's on Alibaba. So I don't know why, but that's where it is. Now, I will put the link in the description so you can check it out. Basically, it comes with N100, which is 4-core 4-thread, right? And there's also one SODIMM DDR5 memory, which I think the maximum it supports is 4800 megahertz and the 48 gigabyte in size. And it comes with a bunch of USB 2, USB 3, and USB-C, which is also USB 3. And there is one USB 2, M.2 slot, and RJ45 2.5 gigabit Ethernet, and all that stuff. I just want to show you. Let me take it out. Okay, so this is MAIYUNDA M1S, and this is same price as like ROG 5B Plus, which is, this one is 149. Call it 150, but it comes with everything. That's the most important part. Okay, so we are going to take it out together. I haven't checked out anything, so we are going to see it together. And yeah, it's so small but mighty. Okay, so we are going to talk about it, but this is very good looking, server computer. And there is a brochure of sorts. Okay, and then there is standard US power adapter. Okay, and let's check the specs. Let me take this out. Okay, so it is 12 volt 5 amp, so 60 watt max. Okay, that's pretty much it. And there's also rubber feet for underneath. Yep, right here, 4 screws, but I'm not gonna put that on because I want to see what's inside. Okay, and yep, that's pretty much it. There is nothing else in the box. Here we have this one. As I said, let's go through the I/O. So this is USB-C, USB 3.0, and these two are basically USB 3 type A, and this is the power button. Okay, and on the back we have two 2.5 gigabit Ethernet. Okay, DC power jack, 2 USB 2 ports. This is HDMI, this is DisplayPort. I didn't see it. So this is HDMI and this is DisplayPort. Okay, and there is a pinhole reset button over here, and that's pretty much it. Okay, now I am going to take my mighty Fantic E1 Max. It became my favorite. I'm using it for everything now. I just don't want to deal with opening all these screws. So you push that, comes right out, and I just have to find the right bit, which I think this should do it. Yep. Okay, let's see what is inside. Okay, that was it. That's it. Yep, there you go. Okay, so here, oh, okay, so they sent me one with RAM installed. Okay, so if you get, there's options. Okay, there are options with the RAM, without RAM. Well, I'm gonna go with the RAM they provided. And as you can see, you are going to get 4 M.2 NVMe SSD slots. Okay, and I see the Wi-Fi card from 4C, it's also installed. So it comes with a Wi-Fi card. So there is a USB port here, so you can basically, let me show you. Yeah, so what you can do, so you don't have to use one of these NVMe SSD slots for the operating system. What you can do is you can use one of the USB sticks and basically plug this in right there. Okay, like that. There you go. Okay, so this is where you're going to install your operating system, and then you're going to use the 4 for your NAS. So you can technically, okay, if you want to go all in, you can install 48 gigabyte RAM and install 4 terabyte M.2 NVMe SSDs, and you will get 2 2.5 gigabit Ethernets right over here. Okay, and this is very light, and this will be your powerful NAS on the go for basically 149, but no RAM. Okay, so that's the base price, that is base model. Yeah, for now I am not going to go any deeper. Let me install 4 NVMe SSD and put some operating system in one of them, and let me boot into it, and then we take it from there. I'll give you a couple of minutes. I will be right back. Okay, so as you saw, hopefully, in the fast-forwarded footage, I basically installed four 4TB, so 16 terabyte NVMe SSDs into this, and I plugged one of these USBs in there to be the internal operating system disk. Okay, so now I am going to clean up. Yeah, I will start with the TrueNAS. So after that, we can try other operating system. First, one of the main intended uses for NVMe SSD slots. So I'm going to turn this into a NAS with TrueNAS, and then we take it from there. Okay. So before we go into TrueNAS stuff, okay, I just want to very quickly show you the how it does in Ubuntu, okay, and some benchmarks. As you can see, it's 13 watts when we are idle in Ubuntu 24, and you can see that on the screen. Intel N100, 3.4 gigahertz, and 8 gigabyte RAM. So I'm gonna use whatever they shipped it with. Okay. Now let me do a stress ng. Okay, as you saw there, I just echoed performance and then did T into all the CPU cores because the stress engine was complaining. And as you can see, it went up to 26 watts. Now it's coming back down. So when you are using every single core in this device and you have populated 4 NVMe SSDs and you're using 2 USB ports with the disks that you have, and doing all the and 8 gigabyte RAM, basically, it is using 26 watts. I believe that's the cap of how much it will use, 26 watts. Okay, and let's see what we are getting in BOGO ops. We are getting 2,900 BOGO ops, and we got 88,154 in 30 seconds. Okay. And so what I can tell you, always I say this as a reference, but it doesn't mean anything, but I just want to let you know, in the very exact same test, Raspberry Pi 5 will score 870-ish in over here. So this is more than 10 times that, but yeah, you get the idea. That's the more than 100 times, sorry, that was yeah, more than 100 times that. So that's the stress ng score. Now let's confirm that the 2.5 gigabits are actually 2.5. Yep, it is 2.5, and yes, it is holding steady. Okay, perfect. So we confirmed it 2.5, and we did the stress ng test, so you know it's a very, very fast CPU. I don't know if you want to do that, but you can run some basic LLM models on this as well. Not crazy, nothing crazy. Remember, this is an N100 low power, but you can run some LLM models on this with the 8 gigabyte RAM. Okay, so it was very fast, and honestly, I hope you saw it. In the fast forward, I just installed Llama, and then I just did a poll for Llama 3.1 latest, and I'm going to ask the very important question of what is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? Very important question. So I just want you to see the speed and the power consumption. So this one goes up to 17-18 watts. And remember, I'm running a Llama 3.1 latest. So on an 8 gigabyte RAM device, okay? And by the way, I didn't check, but let me see. Okay, so it started writing the response. As you can see, it is slow. Okay, so it's very slow. It's very slow. You can tell, right? But to be fair, it's 18 watts only, and it ran Llama 3.1 and it's spitting out the answers, spitting out the truth on how to pass the bridge. So basically that's there. And what I'm gonna do is I just wanted to check, I forgot, I want to check the MID code -T17. I don't think so. I just wanted to check. Yeah, this one at least the one that they sent with does not have the ECC. Okay, and yeah, just wanted to check that. Although I was sure, I want to make sure. So here it is. You can see the speeds. Let's wait for this to finish. It's almost done. Let's wait for this to finish. All right, so as you can see, 1.3 tokens per second. Okay, so my prompt took near 5 minutes to load and respond, basically. Okay, so just so you know, I knew, but I just wanted you to see it can run, but it's gonna be slow. All right, so that being said, I just remember something. I did not install Ubuntu in these NVMe SSDs are all fresh. So I think there is another hidden NVMe SSD in there, which is this one, which is where these guys installed Ubuntu 24 on it. Yeah, so there is another one. Okay, we're gonna tear this apart and we're gonna see everything. So as you can see, this is 4 terabyte NVMe SSDs there, and there is my Ventoy over here, and there is another USB inside. So I got a bunch, and it seems like the one I put inside is not necessary because there is one NVMe hidden somewhere, which I believe it should be behind that plate that you can use for the operating system. So that let me do that. Let me reboot, and then we are going to check. Okay, so here is the BIOS and the connectivity settings, CPU configuration. You see the settings right over here. Power limit override enabled, power limit 1. And okay, I did not do any of these. I'm just showing you what they shipped it with, and these are the numbers that they modified. Okay, so yeah, that's there. PTT, that's for TPM stuff. Trusted computing is there. AC, oh, so you remember, I'm gonna check all that. We're gonna try Windows 11 as well. I'm just gonna keep going. 60C, I'm gonna say that's a little bit high, but all right. We were doing LLM and we ran a lot of tests, so maybe it's cooling down slowly. And yeah, there you go. There is another NVMe SSD in there. All right, let's keep going. Onboard miscellaneous, TLS auth, chipset settings, GPIO, memory configuration, graphics config, PCIO, PCI Express. Okay, so you got all the settings right over here. Security, boot, and that's it. Okay, so yeah, I am going to install TrueNAS in this. I don't think you need to sit through this, so let's go into fast forward mode. Let me install this. Okay, so as you saw in there, that was one of the smoothest TrueNAS installs that I have ever had. So 0 errors basically. It just went through. Just the RSA key generation, I don't know why it took forever, but yeah. Okay, so 172.16.1.64, there you go. All right, so we are in our TrueNAS NAS, basically, that's mini NAS. And I have 8 GB RAM and 2.5 gigabit Ethernet. And if we go to the storage, we have no pools, but if we want to create a new one, there you go, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I am going to select the 4. This is a test one, so I'm not gonna add a cache or anything. Let's call it fast disk because it's consisted of 4. Yeah, RAID Z2 is fine. So I will get 8 terabyte RAID Z2. Should be super fast. So let's create this. Oh wow, that took like 3 seconds. Okay, we are in, that's it. So now let me create a share. First of all, let's see if Samba is up. It's not, so let's start the Samba. All right, so we are in, and I have created a fast data share as you saw in the fast forward footage. Okay, so now I am going to copy a 10 gigabyte file to this NAS, and I just want to see exactly this. I don't want it to drop at all, always just capping the 2.5 gigabit Ethernet. And we are capping, we are literally limited. And here's the power consumption, by the way, 21 watts, 22 watts, okay? We just installed TrueNAS, configured a pool with Z2 with 4 disks. We got 8 terabyte Z2 RAID storage, and we are capping 2.5 gigabit Ethernet, all within a matter of 10-15 minutes. Very nice, very nice. So I wrote the file in here. Now let me rename that, and I am going to now copy from NAS to my computer. Same thing. Again, we are limited by the 2.5 gigabit Ethernet speeds, and everything is working perfectly in this. And yep, it's not even dropping for a second. It is steady 2.5. The SSDs are killing it. And we got RAID Z2, remember, so we have a very good redundancy and safety or security of our data as well. And there you go. We literally just capped the 2.5 gigabit Ethernet. That's it. This is what I want to see in every device that I'm testing. This, everything working out of box with zero trouble. And what is advertised is actually what I see and get. This is what I like. Okay. Yep, I don't think I have anything else to show you guys. I showed you Ubuntu, I showed you TrueNAS, and yeah, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out the disk. This is one type of users, right? Use case. So you have a NAS use case, I showed you. You have Ubuntu, I showed you. Now you might have your regular Windows users who want to boot into Windows and I guess use it as a desktop of sorts, okay? Let me show you that as well, confirm that Windows works, and do some basic tests in there, and we take it from there. Give me a couple of minutes, let me swap the SSDs. I don't think I have anything else to show you. Yeah, you can go here and choose plugins, and of course you can install whatever you want. And this is TrueNAS Core, which is my favorite, mainly because I love FreeBSD, but if you want, you can use TrueNAS Scale. So you just click on a plugin, click on install, configure the jail name and the ACP and IP, all that stuff, and just save it and create it. That will work perfectly on this with no trouble. And yeah, so there you have it. Everything is working fine. And it literally took me a couple of minutes to set everything up. Okay, so I'm going to shut this down, okay, confirming that everything is working perfectly. We are limited by the 2.5 gigabit. Let me try Windows, and so you know Windows works as well. I will be right back. Okay, so we are back, and I am in Windows 11. Out of box, everything is working. I just started to see a little bit, underwhelming scores, but that is for $140 device. That's what you have to expect. You can go more. There is only a bunch of PCIe lanes and certain generations, certain speeds. So we are getting 885. It's higher than Raspberry Pi 5, but what I'm saying is the NVMe SSD that I'm using here, if you use it in a regular PCIe Gen 4 device, you are going to get 7,000. Here we are getting 900. So just little bit slowness, but you saw that in the TrueNAS you can't cap it. It's just you're limited by the Ethernet, not the disk speeds. And overall, I noticed that it is running a little bit hot. Okay, and here is the CPU Z. You guys love it a lot. And here's the motherboard, memory, and graphics. And I am going to do a bench so you can see. The power consumption is going not much, but 18-19 watts, and the temperatures is not really going much up that much. I mean, it's not even changing. Yeah, I don't think those are changing. I mean, this one changes, but these two, I mean, this one also has a 63, 64. I don't know. This is what I'm seeing and I'm reporting as is. It seems like 64 is hot, it's high, but it is what it is. So that's what you're seeing in there. Okay. And yeah, this is 63, 61, 66. They went up here for the CPU package, a little bit higher. But yeah, it's nothing crazy. It's manageable. 66 Celsius is kind of okay. It doesn't really matter that much, okay? Yeah, so here you have it. Windows works, Windows 11 works, TrueNAS works, Ubuntu works, everything works. And out of box, all NVMe SSDs are detected. There is an internal storage in there somewhere, which is my next project. That's next what I'm gonna show you guys. So yeah, I'm not gonna do any more benchmark. You guys saw the scores. It's basically, I've done so many N100 benchmarks. You guys know it's no different. What is different in this is the price and the fact that you don't have to use one of the 4 NVMe SSDs for the operating system, which is, let's say you want to use it with TrueNAS, you don't have to use a slot to install TrueNAS. Or in the other device that I showed you guys, you could have done this, but you had to use one of the USB slots for the operating system. Here, you don't have to. Let's go into fast forward and let me use my Fantic to basically take out everything so we can take a look at inside. All right, so I just wanted to tell you it's a little bit destructive to open it. Like, it's not destructive, you have to glue it back and kind of put it back, but I had to show you guys. There is a CR2032 battery already installed in there, okay? And the USB one that I was talking about is right here. And I think I figured out this one that I was seeing that was inside. Yep, that's it. This is not the Wi-Fi. This is the one. This is what we were seeing from top. You see, you are able to replace it. You don't have to take it apart. So if you replace this you will use for the operating system. And this is the RAM. So let me take that out. Okay, so this is regular, the Samsung DDR5 RAM. Okay, so yeah, this is the RAM. And this is the internal, NVMe SSD that you can use to basically install operating system, and then use these for basically, in the NAS or whatever you want to do. And the connectors are, this one goes over here, connects to this, and this one was getting connected to this. So I just removed this one and the fan, and not fan, this is power. So yeah, you have to remove 1, 2, and 3 connectors in order to take the cap off. You will be able to access the RAM and the internal storage, but you don't have to. Oh, underneath this there is the Wi-Fi card. That's where I was confused. So underneath this, as you can see, there is a Wi-Fi card. Let me actually take it out so you can see it. There you go. So that's the Wi-Fi card, though it's not used. So it's used as a holder for this. Okay, so this is being used in there in place of Wi-Fi card. So you can use this to install the operating system. Okay, actually, this is very nifty little thing. This is very nice. Let me check this out. It's interesting. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, look at this. It's so small.
That's what she said.
But you can plug an NVMe SSD into this, and yeah, that is where it goes in there. It's kind of, I think, like, it's a proprietary connector. I don't think, yeah, it's weird, but I mean, it's the, no, it's not proprietary connector, sorry. It's just NVMe, but it's this way. So yeah, you plug this in there. You basically get internal storage and 4 connectors. And the rest is right there. The rest I've seen in many other similar ones. Yeah, that's the BIOS, by the way. So if you are interested in doing BIOS stuff, right there, that's your BIOS, okay? Yep, it even says there, BIOS. That's WinBond. You can just use one of those clips and just dump it right to it, all that good stuff. And here is the fan. Looks like a laptop fan, but it was super quiet. I honestly, it was so quiet, I thought it's passive cooling. There's no fan. So just so you know, it doesn't make absolutely no noise, okay? There you have it. All right. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. I have a mess to clean up. In summary, these 4 lanes are shared, but remember you have a 2.5 gigabit Ethernet, so you're kind of capped by that. So don't expect a lot of performance from 4 individually. It's collectively 800 megabits per second and megabytes per second. It's a decent NAS. It can turn into a decent NAS. It can run a bunch of virtual machines. It can run Windows 11, and everything worked out of box. Zero troubleshooting needed. And yeah, you saw the performance scores as well, and I ran some LLM as well. And keep in mind, with box, with adapter, with everything, it came down to 149 from Alibaba, okay? I'm gonna put the link to that page down below. All right, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Please, as always, let me know what you guys think, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.